waited for that. It was a slower one, and it's gone away for 6 runs. This man could walk on water at the moment. That's another amazing stroke. It was a slower ball. He saw it, he waited for it, and dispatched it over wide long on to 6. Salim Malik has 67, Basit Ali 89, and it's 2-2-3 for 3. And that's gone. It's a chase now for Harper, only picks it up beautifully. It actually bobbled quite nicely for him, but he did well to keep them to the single all the same.
Fielding is very impressive, definitely, I mean, all round.
So anyway, 224 now for 3 from 43 overs, and Wasim Akram, I hope the arm gets better as quickly as it can, so to speak, and all the best luck for the future.
Thank you, Henry.
Walsh to Basit Ali. Taking it round the corner, 4 more. Beautifully placed and beautifully played.
If there was one batsman in the world who always knew where the fielders were, that was Javed Miandad. And now Basit Ali is showing exactly the same qualities that Javed Miandad has shown throughout his cricketing career, of knowing exactly where the fielders are, and therefore then being able to find the gaps.
Orkney Walsh to Basit Ali. Another full toss, but this, oh, he's got through. Dennis Benjamin couldn't lay a hand on that. Or he couldn't stop it anyway, and 2 more to Basit Ali. These two have been together. They've put on now 155 runs in 19 overs. Ambrose to Basit Ali. Not this time. The pent-up emotion around the ground at the moment is extraordinary. Everyone on the edge of their seats. I dare say a number of big bets have been struck. Everyone on the edge of their seats as Ambrose starts into Basit Ali, who is 99. And there it is, that's the 100th run. The crowd stands almost to a man. Basit Ali prays, and really one of the great one-day innings comes to an appropriate landmark. It would have somehow seemed improper if this innings had not ended in Basit Ali reaching 100. It has come from 67 balls. Yes, 67 balls with 8 fours and 4 sixes, and the last 50 off just 25 balls. And Cummins to bowl the first of them. And that's gone away over extra cover for 4 runs.
Making just a little bit of room, but with a free, straight swing of the bat.
Oh, a free, straight swing of the bat. The bat has gone one way, the ball the other. I dare say his hands are a bit slippery. I remember that once happening to Rodney Marsh when the handle came apart from the blade, and the blade went on the offside and the handle on the leg. And it's Curtly Ambrose. Bowling now to Salim Malik, and Salim Malik has hit into a straight six. Well, anything Basit Ali can do, I can do better, he said then. It was a glorious straight hit.
Well, the stage has approached where everything has to literally go. And Ambrose perhaps is more likely to go, because unless he gets that Yorker right, the ball is going to be in the right slot for the big hit.
Trying to repeat the stroke. caught in the deep at long on by Courtney Walsh, who stood there unflinchingly and poached not an awfully easy catch. And Sally Marlick's splendid knock has come to an end. Ambrose to Basit Ali. He nearly killed his partner, and he's got 4 runs. That ball was only hit about 5 yards to Courtney Walsh's left. My goodness me, it went fast. Very nearly drilling a hole in Rashid Latif.
It didn't give Latif much of a chance. Didn't give Courtney Walsh much of a chance either.
That again was a lovely piece of improvisation. 4 runs. Even Harper can't get to that. And there's no end to the splendid stroke play of Basit Ali. The improvisation, it's none of it slogging. It's glorious stuff to watch. Rashid Latif facing Cummins. Not out, says Dickie Bird. It was destined, I think, to pass the leg stump. And a leg by the answer. And Cummins now looking as though he's calling upon divine intervention, and well, he might, because he's got a bowl at Basit Ali. What are we going to get now? We're going to get a 4. Making room, hitting it as though it was the easiest thing in the world. Over extra cover for 4. It's 278 for 4, and Basit Ali is 121 not out. Well, he's hit it. It's in the air. Is he out? It's gone over the top for 6. So, what a way to finish the innings. A 6-over wide long off. It was a catch, a fiendishly difficult one there to Richardson. So 284 for 4 is the final Pakistan score. A score which could very well lead them to victory in this Pepsi Champions Trophy. Basit Ali 127 not out, and Rashid Latif 2 not out. Basit Ali 127 in 79 balls, 12 fours and 5 sixes. So there we are. We're all going into lunch. 284 for 4. Everyone's still jabbering and chattering about an innings that will always remain in the memory of everyone who saw it.
How the scoring rate accelerated through at 10 overs a time. Just 11 off the first 10 overs, with Ambrose and Walsh penetrating and very nearly getting major breakthroughs. And it wasn't only in the second 20 overs they got the wickets. And then the run rate accelerated right the way through the innings, 111 coming off the last 10 overs. And it's understandable that he might be a bit wayward earlier on. No was in here, so even more onus on the skipper, the new skipper. So evades Sahel. It's 4. Nice shot for Lara, confidence builder.
Well, that's the like Brian Lara of old. Lovely front foot timing cover drive.
Well, this is carrying on just where the Pakistanis left off. What timing there from Lara.
Well, the boy can play, let me tell you. I mean, we haven't seen the best of him at all in this tournament.
Wonderful shot again, and it's through. through the gap, and 4. But it was edgy.
Well, it's their own fault. It could have been catchable, that, if a wide take was split, but they're not prepared to. Now, I hope that's not a case of following the ball. Wherever the ball goes through the gap, it puts the fielder, because that's no good.
Oh, nothing edgy about that. Saidanwa just watches that go by. They can't have had such a stained stick before for a very long time. Oh, that's a lovely shot. 4 more. Love the way he rocks onto the back foot there.
Well, this is the Brian Lara of old. Lovely, quick feet movement. Look, he's in position, he's waiting, there's no pace.
So it is Atta Uraman to Jesse Haynes. He's out. Wonderful catch by Rashid Latif. And once again, Jesse Haynes goes cheaply. Well bowled, Atta Uraman. Oh, what a catch, Jeffrey.
Well, I'd be disappointed with that, Desi, because of the feet movement, really. Watch the left foot, the right foot back, the left foot, it's stuck. It's a long, long way from the ball. It's miles away. He's actually falling into the shot in the end.
Well, here's the guy who scored more runs than any other batsman in this tournament, apart from one guy, Saeed Anwar. 96 he's averaging. Phil Simmons. Well played, just lent into that. Just a couple. So Amir Nazir taking over from the pavilion end. Well, he is struggling a little bit, and Phil Simmons is out to make him pay early on. If there are any doubts, he's going to exaggerate them. Certainly with shots like that. He's in an uncompromising mood here in Sharjah.
Yeah, it's a little bit short, this. The length, pretty short, and with a bit of width, it's easy.
Atta Uraman to Brian Lara. Four to Lara. A lovely shot. Sunil Gavaskar joined me. We thought it might be brewing up to a terrific match, and I think it is.
Indeed it is, the way Lara is batting. He's looked in no trouble at all. He's been middling just about everything that has been hurled at him. And if he keeps going at the rate at which he's going and keeps a cool head, then the Pakistanis certainly have a fight on their hands.
Well, that's short and got the treatment. Now, he's bowled so well at the start, Atta Uraman. I wonder if he's just pressing a little bit too hard. Lara's latching onto him.
This is certainly not the wicket to be pitching short into a batsman of Lara's class. Most West Indian batsmen are very quick to latch onto the short ball and hook or pull it away.
Lovely shot. Pick the gap to perfection. And Atta Uraman is now going through it a bit after such a promising start.
It's hot out there, and the extra effort to try and bowl the Yorker, ending up in a full toss.
Simmons gives it the full flourish. Again, it hardly seemed up there to hit, but he's got such long arms and giant stride. 18 off the over. Here it is again. Looks a reasonable length to me, but not now. So it couldn't be a more vivid contrast. After 10 overs, Pakistan just the 11, with Ambrose and Walsh bowling so well, and you see Lara and now Simmons rocketing them on to 64 for 1.
And that wasn't a very good ball. That was a free gift to Lara, who has dispatched it for 4. And I must say, the Trinidadian left-hander is in very good form. We are in the 10th, this is the 11th over, at the end of 10 overs. Lara again, finding the gap, it's 4 more. His placing is impeccable.
Absolutely, Henry. I think this is quite unbelievable stuff.
Oh, and it's gone straight through the captain, Waqar Yunus. Don't know what he was thinking about, and has he pulled it back? No, he hasn't. It's gone away for 4. And really, that was sort of piece of fielding that a captain doesn't want to get up to, because it puts him under a little bit of pressure as far as his teammates are concerned. And 14 runs off the over. Lara
This is going to be interesting, because now they have Mushtaq coming into bowl.
Mushtaq to Lara, needing 1. Peel for LBW. He was well down the wicket, and Dickie Bird, always, I think, as an umpire, is reluctant to give batsmen out sweeping. And there it is. That's Lara's 50. And it didn't come with a marvellously flourishing 4, but nonetheless, it's been a splendid innings. He's got to 50 in 50 balls with 10 fours, and at the start of an innings, that is a Faro rate. Uppish, but it's through the gap. It's 4 runs. And Simmons, when he gets onto the front foot and drives like that, puts all his beef behind it. It's a lovely stroke by Simmons. 4 all the way. It was short, it was wide, and the ball was stamped with inexperience.
Well, if you continue to bowl short on this wicket, it's going to be easy runs for the West Indians. That's exactly what's happening.
He drove that back. Was that a bump ball, Sonny, or was that a hard chance?
I think it looked as if Simmons had hit the ball on the ground.
Four more. That was a juicy full toss, and Phil Simmons is not in the mood to ignore free gifts of that sort. It's now 92 for 1. Here's Mushtaq. Oh, well fielded. That was a lovely piece of cricket. It was a nice flighted delivery. Lara used his feet, and Mushtaq fielded extremely well. Well, that's another... What can you say about that? I mean, it was a peerless stroke. The ball was asking for it. It was turning away from the left-hander, and he found enough room. And as he always seems to do when given the chance, Lara found the gap. Mushtaq again. And the gap has been pierced between backward point and cover. 4 more to Simmons. He played that with his balance very much on his heels, but he hit it perfectly. He's brought up the 100, which has come from 87 balls. The last 50 off 30. And really, this is still a torrential scoring rate. Sort of half help, half paddle shot round the corner. Saeed Anwar is the fielder, and 2 runs is the product. This now is the 15th over of the innings. After this over, Pakistan will be able to have more than 2 men in the deep. And they will need them. 4 more. Hit unerringly into the gap between deep mid-wicket and deep backward square. And that is Brian Lara's 12th ball. Well, it's gone away fine. It was off the edge. I think it's going away for 4. It is. Once again he found the gap, but I don't think he was trying to sweep that quite so fine. I think he was aiming to play it between the short fine leg and the deep backward square.
He wasn't quite in control of that sweep shot.
Well, it didn't much matter which way that one was turning, did it? It got the treatment. 4 more. There's an appeal there for a catch by Rashid Latif, but no one else seems particularly interested. And I dare say Rashid Latif may just have heard a noise. And there's Dickie Bird, the inscrutable Mr. Bird. He says not out.
Here, Lara really don't have to do anything silly because the way he's playing, he just has to continue. No, I think there's no doubt. The bat was nowhere near the ball.
Oh, what a caught and bowl there by Salim Malik. Unbelievable catch. As if he hadn't done enough with his batting, and Phil Simmons can hardly believe it.
You can see the disappointment on Phil Simmons' face because he hit that ball very, very hard. And Salim Malik very casually put his right hand out and took it as though it was no problem.
It was almost as if it was just a gesture. Look at that, what a conjuring trick that is.
maybe that was the break Pakistanis needed because it was important for them not only to check the run rate which they were struggling, but also to break this partnership. Wow.
Keith Arthurton, the new batsman. 111 they put on for the second wicket in 93 balls. Good late manoeuvring. Amir Hanif, the fielder, substitute fielder on today. And Lara once again picks the gap. So there we've got 2 fielders within about 15 yards of each other.
What a remarkable shot that one is. Not only he kept the ball all along the ground, and there he is. Other than that, with the bat, he was really a...
As he placed that perfectly, once more he has, this time in front of square.
And that's exactly why I think Richardson sent Keith Arthurton, the other left-hander, who has played that shot, but in the process I think he has, as you'll see, he stretched his right leg right forward.
Arthurton lofted that. Safe enough. Saeed Anwar down there. It's amazing how he takes the top hand away from it. Somehow he still gets enough on.
That's right. He put the full force. I think the mighty heave.
Well, he found the gap perfectly. Four more for Arthurton. Nobody out there next to
Atherton in complete control. Waqar over-pitching. Perfectly balanced.
And that's gone miles up.
Look at this one. It was there. It was literally it was begging to be hit. And Atherton made no mistake whatsoever. He gratefully accepted it and posted it for 6.
No one out there. Four more. And maybe Waqar spinning the error of his ways now.
Yes, the way they are going, one feels that they think that they have to attain the target of 35-40 always.
200 up then in the 28th over. And there it is. Coming back for a second, testing Rahman. And there's the century for Brian Lara.
Great innings. Really a great innings from Brian Lara. We thought that Basit Ali's innings was the one which we'll talk about, and that was the highlight of this tournament. Maybe it still is. Basit's inning was under tremendous pressure. When he came in, his team was struggling, but Lara, from the first ball he received, he has played truly majestically.
Century off 96 balls, including 15 fours. Well, that's gone miles in the air from Atherton. Amir Hani. Maybe that's the miracle they need. It's come a bit late, but it's a start. And Atherton is out. Jeffries joined me. I think it's a little late.
Well, it looks as if it is. The one thing about one-day cricket, you're never so sure. That's what keeps everybody on the edge of the seat.
And it is Richie Richardson here, the West Indies captain. Oh, that's nicely played. Late and wristedly, and it's gone away. No, it hasn't. A splendid piece of fielding by Saeed Anwar, who threw himself like a human cannonball almost, stopped that, and prevented 2 runs. Atar Rahman has been the most successful of the bowlers, 2 for 33 from 6 overs before this one. This is what really sorts out the men from the boys in this situation. Piece of fielding there by Amir Sohail, and it's gone away for 4. I think he really should have stopped that.
Well, that wasn't too difficult. I wouldn't say it's easy, but he stopped 1 or 2 really good ones earlier on.
And here is Waqar Younis to Lara. And Lara wastes no time in dispatching a short ball that didn't lift very much. It was a long hop, really, for 4.
You're right, Henry. It was a long hop without pace as well. I mean, you can't call it a short ball. Short ball's one with pace, but that's just saying hit me.
Oh, isn't that a lovely shot? Beautiful off drive. Everything right. Classic stroke.
Well, it was aesthetic. Simply that.
So Lara just 2 short of his highest score in a one-day international. And I think that's it. It's going away, that one for 4. That is his highest score in a one-day international. And beating the 128 he made against Pakistan at Durban a year ago. Richardson, like grimace there. The comparisons are extraordinary. 248 for 3, plays 125 for 3, and it's Mushtaq Ahmed who has got 4 overs left. His first 6 overs cost 40 runs. Waqar Younis to Brian Lara. Well, he just stood up and hit it, didn't he? That's 4 runs. Amir Sohail won't catch that. That's Lara's 19th 4, so 96 of his 135 have come in boundaries. Extraordinary things do happen in the game of cricket. Well, that was a beautiful thing that happened, a lovely extra cover drive. That was as good a stroke as the off drive Lara played in Waqar's last over. Waqar to Lara. 4 more, thank you very much. Lara just doing what he likes with him. It's rather sad to see a great bowler like Waqar Younis down to this, but of course he hasn't been fit, and in the best of all possible worlds, I dare say he didn't want to play in this match. But the injury to Wasim really forced his hand. But it is sad, nonetheless, to see him being treated with such contemptuous ease. 41 overs have gone by. The required rate 1.33. The actual rate 6.65. So only the formalities remain. Oh, this could be out. It's Sharjah. Has he caught it? Yes, he has. Rashid Latif has never given up. He pursued that dive and held on. Well done him. And that's a great object lesson. There's one player who hasn't let it all get him down. So Lara's wonderful innings has come to an end. It's 273 for 4. Caught Rashid Latif. Bowled by Mushtaq for 153. Much his highest in one-day cricket, and a truly wonderful innings. And the new batsman at the non-striker's end, because they crossed while that ball was in the air, is Carl Hooper. But Richie Richardson will face the next ball from Mushtaq. I think if Rashid Latif, who's still really giving it everything to the end, if he'd hit the stumps then, I think Richardson could well have been on his way. As it is, the scores are level. Amir Nazir to Richardson. And there it is, it's a no ball, and that is that. Rather a disappointing way for it all to end. But Dickie Bird saw the no ball, called it, and so the West Indies have won 285 for 4. They have won the Pepsi Champions Trophy for 1993. And the players will now come off to a fairly substantial prize giving. The man of the match there, that award will go to Brian Lara. I felt that Basid Ali played the better innings, but it was not the match-winning innings, and I dare say this is what has decided it in Lara's favor. The man of the series goes to Phil Simmons. He receives $5,000, as does Lara. The highest score in the final, Lara picks up another $2,000 for that. And now, for the presentations getting underway, let's go straight down and join Simon Reed.
I've got with me the man of the match, Brian Lara. Congratulations. You must be pretty tired after that.
Yeah, it's very hot out there. 280 yards. It's going to take a lot of batting, and I am really tired.
And here is the trophy. the Pepsi Champions Trophy. Shaking hands down the line. And here it is. Don't drop it. Ooh, nearly went.